Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Rafe West here. Cooling out here in my place here. I wanted to do something. I just found out more information on why people read. And I thought it's very important. And so I wanted to read a quote from Confucius. All right? It says, "No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading, or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance." So check that out. See, I'm trying to read more, and I want to let you guys know the importance of reading and the benefits of reading. And it's not easy sometimes, to read, because reading is seen, I think because of the technology age, reading is seen as this outdated skill that we no longer need, right? We can look something up on Google or YouTube, and that's what people tend to do, and that's okay too. But the thing about that is that it doesn't fully activate the brain. Okay? Even that outdated way reading, and if you're not used to it, sometimes I feel like I'm not used to it either, so I just try. And you could even do a little bit a day. But the act of reading activates the brain in a fuller way. So thinking down the road, people that read, it's less likely that you will develop certain diseases like Alzheimer's disease. Reading makes you healthier. I even found that reading, one of the benefits, you may ask, how does it make you healthier? It's even healthier in some ways than like walking. It makes you healthier because there's been studies done, like in the Netherlands and stuff, that it makes you healthier than like walking, drinking tea. It reduces stress. There was a study that what reduced stress more, and they had like playing video games. I think it was like drinking tea. I don't know if it was chamomile tea or anything like that, and reading. And reading reduced stress by something like 67% more. So there are health benefits to reading as well. And like I said, you could increase a little bit, a little bit at a time, a little bit each day. You don't have to do the 8 hours a day of reading like Warren Buffett does, although you can if you wanted to. Like today, I decided to, sometimes it's hard to get going on things physical or going out and stuff, but I wanted to do something of value, so what I did was I decided to read a little bit. So I'm reading this book here, actually, which is called Living Rich. How to Live as Well as a Billionaire on a Middle-Class Budget. It's not a brand new book. It's about a handful of years ago. I mean, I just bought it brand new. And another thing which I'm trying to apply as I read through this book is that the only laws are the laws of gravity and physics. It doesn't say that you have to read a whole book. Okay, I've been learning that also. So you can pick out chapters and dig through them and try to pull out the nuggets of wisdom. Or I'm saying you could just skip around chapters. There's no law that says you must read the book in a certain order. Okay? So that's one of the ways. So it can make you healthier. It could also make you smarter. Okay? reading can also make you smarter. Like I said, it increases the neurons in the brain. It makes them function more efficiently. Okay, people read, because there was a chapter on this, people who read on a regular basis have higher raw intelligence, better analytical skills, stronger perceptive powers, and perform better when it comes to intellectual challenges. So it makes you smarter. Okay, remember, the average person probably hardly reads. Maybe zero, because in school they didn't make it exciting for us to read, I believe. And I don't know if it's because of the way the brain works. The brain is more interested in like surviving. It's from like our evolution. It's more interested in like surviving and always telling us like those are threats, be careful, don't take risks. So it's more interested in that. And it also works in a way that our brain, it also likes to try things maybe 2 or 3 times and then quit. That's like the natural progression, the natural pattern, if you will, of our brain. Try something 2 or 3 times and then quit. So just knowing that is fine, and being able to combat that, just realizing that. So it makes us smarter, it makes us healthier, sometimes in some ways better than walking and things like that. And, I was just reading a chapter on that. It can also make you kinder. Kinder, I guess, by reducing stress, just being more aware of things, being more aware of others, self-awareness. It can make you kinder. Now, another thing also is the choices of things that you read. I know if you're getting back into reading, or if you read, or if you haven't been reading for a while, you're going to want to start with easy stuff. And that's okay, but don't always stay on the easy stuff. Don't always stay on the easy stuff. The more complex, the more challenging for your mind, the more neurons you fire up. What I do is, for example, when I come across a word I don't know, I look it up. I use a site called wordhippo.com, and you could put the word in there and you look for synonyms. And the way I remember synonyms is it starts with the letter S, so it means the same as, and then it'll give you all these other words. For example, for the word, I ran into a word earlier called, it was describing, it was anachronistic. And all that means is outdated. They were describing that some people think that reading is an anachronistic skill, a skill that is old, outdated, not useful anymore, obsolete. So I looked it up, and the other words came right up: outdated, obsolete, no longer useful, things like that. Another word that I came across was axiomatic, and all that meant was understood. Something to be axiomatic means something to be understood. So you could start with easy stuff, but then also try to read things that are hard, especially as you progress. So those are some of the benefits, and why people read. They read because you got to know that there are these benefits, and then reading is like everything else. You practice, especially like I said, if the school system has made it dull or no one else around you does it. It comes with practice to become an avid reader. And remember, you're far ahead than most people, because most people probably do very little or zero. Like almost with anything else great in this world, you'll be ahead of most people. And the more you do, the more ahead of those people you will be. So I want to encourage you guys to read, even if it seems forceful at first. Read. There is no law that says you have to read from cover to cover or in order. And if you do that, that's fine. Some books will have a lot of fluff. But when you run into the fluff, you just take it as, okay, these are stories coming up, and you just power through it. Or you can skip it and you focus on what you think would benefit you. Pull nuggets of wisdom out. There's also summaries of books. I haven't tried the audiobook thing yet. I'm not big on subscriptions. Not that it's not of any value. For those of you who have Audible, that's cool. I haven't tried that yet. And yeah, so I'm going to get back to a little reading here because I know it's important. And also, try not to read in the evening. And if you do, I heard like fiction is good, in the evening. It doesn't matter when you read, but you don't want to read in bed per se, because you want to associate your bed with two things only, all right? And one of them is not reading, so because then it might keep you up, unless you read like fiction or something fantasy, Harry Potter, something like that, all right? So, but you could do it anywhere else. Kick back, do it. I like to do it laying down. Some people might like to do it sitting up. Whatever's more, as long as you're comfortable, that's what you want to focus on. And this book, Living Rich, the author's Mark Morgan Ford, but had I not read into it a little bit, he wrote another book from back in the day. He used to be Michael Masterson, and he wrote the book Automatic Wealth, which was way back in the day. So he went by another name. I don't know any more details on that yet, but I would have never known had I not dug into the book and read it a bit. So, wow, that's why people read, first and foremost, the benefits of it, and then always look up a word, stop, put it down. Remember, sometimes you want to keep on reading because you're into the paragraph, but you passed a word or two that you don't know. Stop, look up the word. You have your phones now. Look up the word. Use that word hippo. Is pretty good. Look that up, then come back to your reading. Also, don't be afraid to mark up your books. Leave marks that you could even come back to, or put the definition of the word right there. Cross that out and put the definition right there. All right? Or make a note somewhere. Use a highlighter. All right? So this is Rafe West looking out for you guys again. Read a bit. Read a lot. Read a little, but read. Because the benefits are good. Smarter, healthier, and kinder. And I think those are very valuable things to have. It can add to your arsenal of other ways that we know of to become healthier, kinder, and smarter, wiser. All right, guys, so you guys take care. This is Rafe West. Take care, everybody. Peace.